ease with the situation. And, right.
So,
What would,
so this is the part where we cut.
All right, welcome back to Beyond the Sale. I'm Rebecca, and today in our previous podcast, what we did for you was talk about property management 101. Now, I am back with Trevor and Martin today to dive into very important conversations that we all know what's happening, right? So today's conversation is going to be transparent, it's going to be open, it's going to be less of fear, but also some reality checks for all of us on ground. So with me, I'm Rebecca. With me, I have Trevor and Martin today joining me. We're back to do another full episode, giving you the do's, the don'ts, the pros, the cons of property management. But also, if you are a buyer or seller, we want to give you the reality of what exactly is happening right here on the ground.
Yeah, thank you for having us, Becky.
Absolutely.
I think it's the best time to give some on the ground insights on what's happening right now. And since we are the eyes and ears, we always say that for landlords.
Yeah.
I think we are the best people to give the info out.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's normal reality and there's the social media reality. So, what happens actually is a lot more different.
True,
Yeah.
true.
Absolutely. You know what? I think what we should dive into, I think we can do this in a couple of segments, right?
Yeah.
Just to go over some of the regular day-to-day topics that we've been dealing with, man, like all day long. Now we see people struggling with questions that we've not heard before. So let's just whoever's watching this, right? Let's just walk through different scenarios and kind of do this segment by segment. That's how I plan on doing this, okay? Right. So I'd like to dive right into the main topic. What the heck has changed after the so-called war? Right? Like in terms of real estate in business, we can take the lead, start talking about it. But what exactly has changed? What do people need to know that they will learn if they're looking from it, or just be advised, like either or? So what's changed?
I mean, see, Dubai came into 2026 pretty strong.
Yeah.
And I mean, we all know that. I mean, Dubai has a vision for 2030 plan. And as per the 2030 plan, they were supposed to do 1 trillion dirhams of sales at 2030. But then in 2025, we were close to hitting that. We were like 917. Yeah, 917.
Something
Yeah.
there, almost,
Most.
right? Can you imagine a bloody trillion?
Yeah. I mean, that's the amount of transactions. And then again, when we compare Jan, Feb, they were good markets as well compared to the previous years. They were one of the highest. And you know what happened? Then the war
Don't
just
we all?
happened. But I do not see that the market has slowed down.
Mm-hmm.
Like what I can see is that people are being very calculative in terms of making a decision now. Before everyone was riding the ride.
Yeah.
But then now they're making calculative decisions. They're making, shifting towards reputed developers and trying to make like proper areas, nice communities. Those kind of investments are happening right now.
Absolutely, yeah.
And still transactions are ongoing.
Right.
So
They are.
I mean, the so-called market crash, it's not happening at all.
Yeah.
It's just that there's a shift towards how the market is being approached at the moment.
Correct. I agree. I mean, even in terms of the buyer's market, are we hearing that or what on a daily? And I think the buyers kind of get mixed up with that. See, the reality is, man, we are going through it, okay? If anyone on ground tells us that nothing's happening in Dubai, the reality is it's happening, right? Like, yes, we do have stuff going on, but the level of what the media is throwing it out to be is very different, correct?
Yes.
I think to your point also, to just follow back on that, Trevor, like I'm talking to clients and I'm kind of going through this whole, hey, I've heard that this is the buyer's market now. I think there's a confusion, right? You just mentioned people are being a little cautious and, they're being selective about communities and stuff. That is what we mean by this is a buyer's market. Jan and Feb clearly were sellers markets, right? maybe even last year. And what we mean by that, I think, to just clarify, is it's not a market where you can come in and say, give me a 50% discount. It's not that. But when we say buyer's market, I feel like what we mean is now you can select your units. You have choices because there are people that have panicked and are not investing right now. So you have more window that opens up where you're in a better standpoint, to be fair, to pick the right community, pick the right area, pick the right unit for yourself. And you will luck out because there are people that are smartly investing and some of them are not really. So I think when we say the buyer's market, the smart ones are really doing a good job right now, which is awesome. Do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, exactly. Whatever you have mentioned, it's absolutely right. So there is two types of buyers right now in the market. One is the emotional buyers, which is paused. And the second one is the strategic buyers. Now, the strategic buyers, they're very calculative. They look out for payment plans. They look out for better pricing.
Yeah.
Prices of properties have not dropped.
Yeah.
But there are discounts offered by developers, and there are better payment plans now, and there is more negotiation for the buyers. So that's what we can see right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I agree with Martin on that. As per what the developers is offering, that's where it's called a buyer's market because you have more flexibility.
Correct.
And I like Martin's wordings like strategic and emotional buyers. 100% we agree. And it's not a market crash because developers are still continuously producing.
Yes.
I mean, this month alone, we have almost 1,000 units coming for handover.
Yes.
So, I mean, it's not
Did
a
you
market
guys
crash.
hear that?
And I'll just add to that, compared to last Ramadan, 2025 Ramadan and 2026 Ramadan, we did 24% better in transactions.
Just look at that.
Can you
And
imagine?
that happened during this war.
I know. So I think when I want to stick to talking about this a little bit more in terms of what Martin just said, right? Emotional buyers or investors versus strategic ones. If you're working with clients that have seen market crashes,
Yes.
you clearly know they're not the emotional ones. But like, what are we doing to, I have some examples, but I think what we can do is dive in a little bit in terms of when someone reaches out to you or you, right? And they're emotional right now. Oh my God, no, I need to leave. What are we doing? Like, what are you educating them on?
I mean, we've got a lot of investors who keep reaching out to us,
Absolutely.
telling they want to get out of the contracts, get out of the payment plans, see if they can sell the unit faster. Some even are ready to sell it a little bit below OP as well.
I'm going to talk about that. I'm really going to talk about that. Let's dive into that a little bit.
But what they don't get is the fact that Dubai goes through this phase.
Yep.
It has happened before as well, like the 2008 crash. It recovered. And in the COVID crash, prices literally doubled. Some cases even tripled.
Yes.
And when you compare from 2008 to now, whoever invested during these crisis periods, they came out as winners.
Yeah.
And it's not a crisis as of now yet over here.
Correct.
Let us be clear on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But whoever invests right now, and once this entire situation is over, just imagine how much of a growth they're going to experience in their properties.
Correct.
That is where their capital appreciation is going to happen.
Be patient with
Exactly.
the market. Be patient with the market. I think
Think
that's
long term.
Exactly.
I think there's a saying, right? The patient ones get rewarded.
Yeah. I mean, that's with anything in life, really. Why is it just about investments?
For sure.
Right?
For sure.
It's everything. Like, but if your investors literally are the types that flip homes, that want to sell in the next 6 months, obviously, it's not going to happen. Let's just be real about it, right? That's not the reality of what we're facing right now.
Yeah.
But if you hang in there, change that 6-month plan to a year or two, go ahead of time. Don't just panic right now and sell, correct?
Correct.
I think that is where I'm convincing people. My clients are reaching out saying, hey, you know the plan, Rebecca, and the plan was to just sell. And I'm like, well, I don't control the market, do I? But what I can guarantee you is if you're patient with your investments, you will be rewarded. It will come back. Yeah.
And with this situation in place, there has been a shift from short term to long term.
Right.
What they need to
Absolutely.
understand is where they are investing. Dubai is not short term, it's long term vision.
Correct.
And that's the vision of the leaders, and they make sure it happens.
Correct.
Irrespective.
Correct.
How they bounce back in every phases is amazing.
I know.
Yeah. And what's about to happen is mind blowing, I would say. Like, so, yeah.
I think
Let's
we can
wait and
expect
watch.
a bigger ride than we had when we had the COVID ride.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna think so. I'm
Yeah.
gonna think so.
Yeah.
That's the hope. I mean, see, we don't, like I said, we don't really know tomorrow. None of us do. But the fact that we trust in
The system.
everything going well in terms of, the leadership not panicking us, we're living life normally, guys. We are out and about. Damn, we're here doing a podcast,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Things are happening. We're getting alerts. But if this was any other country, I swear to God, like I have had the pleasure of living in other countries, this would have been a storm that would have just gone nuts everywhere else.
Yeah.
So very proud to be here, to be honest, and full faith in the market. It's just the ones that are running away now may not really see the fruit or the benefits, right?
I want to kind of add on the ones that's running away right now, especially, I mean, we would have seen those videos, right, that come out in the media, especially that lady the UK one who had just gone out and said that she was living in a war zone. Come on, that is not happening at all.
It's not,
Like,
man.
I
Come
think
on.
Martin made a video recently and everyone is doing their jobs.
Yeah.
Everyone is out and
Pretty
about.
much. Pretty
Everyone
much.
is having their Friday night outs and enjoying their weekends. During the Eid holidays, everyone went on staycations.
Yeah.
I mean,
Me too.
these are still happening, but the media just exaggerates. Did
Yeah.
you see that Indian news as well, where they said that the Burj Khalifa is broken into half?
Yes. There's someone who said even Burj Al Arab is hit, where the helipad had to flip. And it's all AI videos, so
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
the
just
media is-
creating chaos and unnecessary attention.
I can tell you, I can see the Burj Al Arab and Burj Khalifa from my house. One on the right, one on the left. They're still standing. They ain't going nowhere because they are still there, pretty as ever.
True, true. So that's the thing. The media kind of exaggerates and creates this unnecessary panic, and shows that Dubai is not safe. But in reality, I think even despite this current crisis that we are in, right now we're still living in the safest country in the world. Do you have gunshots happening everywhere compared to different? Let's just talk frankly. Compared to the US or anywhere in Europe, I mean UK, for example. I mean, one of my good friends was just robbed last week in the UK from a taxi, and he was
Yikes.
beaten up properly. And here, are we scared? I mean, women go out in the middle of the night and they go out for parties and stuff like that, and they're safe. But do you get that anywhere else in the world?
No, I actually 100% agree with you. Me being a woman, I don't have the fear of wanting to just eat a shawarma at 1 in the night. Like, it's a craving I have. I don't need to order it because of fear. I can literally drive, go down, see what's open, pick up a shawarma, even if it's by myself. I don't feel like I could have done that whilst I was living in other parts of the world.
Yeah.
So, hands down, agree.
Yeah, true.
Even the convenience. Even if you don't want to step out, the amount of convenience we have, what Dubai has to offer compared to other countries across the globe.
Yeah.
I mean, I think yesterday or something, I was just going through the news and I just found out they had launched the driverless taxis out and self-driving cars out.
Yeah.
And these taxis are right now, I think Baidu has launched it completely.
Yeah.
And 1,000 vehicles are in the streets. That shows that Dubai has not taken a step back. It's progressing
pretty
towards
much.
the future.
Pretty
Yes.
much.
And it is advancing. They are still on their 2030 plan. So why hesitation?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't think, you know what, the way I look at this is I am fairly new to Dubai, but I will not convince anybody
Yeah.
that you have to trust Dubai. It's a personal choice you make, yeah? Because each one of us deal with the situation differently. If you want to panic and leave, well, fair enough. Go on then. But I'm not spending time convincing you please come to Dubai and invest. And don't you? No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Because that's not our job. That's not what we're here to do. What we are here to do is say, we trust the market. We're on ground. You want to have faith in the market too. You want to make money, basically. Listen to the advice you're getting. But I think we can only advise, right? Now, on that, I think the biggest chatter, and you're going to agree with me, is short-term rentals and long-term rentals. Okay, there's so much noise, and I think it's going to help a lot of people watching, or listening in. Should I be moving away from my contract and move into a short-term rental, especially the ones that are on the brink of their tenancy ending? The deals are hot right now with the short-term rental, but I think what we should do right now is just jump right into what would be a good thing to do in terms of, should I be doing short-term rentals? Should I be doing long-term? What's happening with both those type of markets? I think it's a good place to educate people and basically share what's literally happening.
Yeah, so there has been a shift from short term to long term now. Now, most, like couple of my investors, they have given it, they wanted to try short term rentals. So I did give them the option.
Yeah.
And they did try it out. But now the short term company has approached me back saying that, do you want to take back the properties? Because we hardly have any bookings, So this is the time. And for how long?
Yeah.
Even that they don't have an idea.
Yeah.
Now, the same investor, if he would have, gone for a long term, right now he will be enjoying his returns without a break.
Correct.
And that's stability with what we are talking.
Correct. Now,
So-
I think to add to that, it's basically with short term in Dubai itself. If it's not prime areas, short term is a winter period success story. Am I right to say that?
True. But I mean, there's something that I want to clarify here as well. Let's be honest. There is a shift.
Yes.
And like Martin said, there is a shift from short term to long term.
Yep.
Hotels are vacant because tourism has gone down. But the residents are still here and it is still functioning. So I wouldn't say short term is completely dead. It's just that we are approaching the summer months at the same time. So the shift towards long term is more reasonable.
Correct.
And I think, Becky, you can add into this as well. We've had experiences where tenants who are our short-term companies.
Yeah.
And I think you can tell us the story for everyone.
Happily, yeah. So I think what happened with one of my clients is we rented his unit out, but we agreed to terms that he would give it to a short-term company. Okay. And we set up a solid contract in place. Now they are mid-contract, yeah. And they've gone ahead now and skipped the line. It's Dubai, guys. We can get landlords' numbers from anywhere. We all know that. They skipped the line. They went directly to my client and kind of threatened him. They sent him her full-blown doc, just saying, you need to move and sign a contract with us. Your last payment will not go through because of this situation we're in. Your rent is too high. And if you don't work with us now, we're also a management company. So if you don't work with us, what's going to happen is your unit's going to sit empty. We're going to leave and you're not going to be able to do anything. And out of panic, obviously my client reached out. He's like, hello, Rebecca, I got this wonderful email. I don't know what to do with it. But I think that's the trust he built with us, right?
True.
The first thing he did was call because we're managing his unit. And property management, I think if you don't have that level of trust with your homeowners, you're not doing a good job. Had it been anybody else, if you weren't doing a good job, would we have got the call?
Nope.
May not be,
100%.
right? So I think the trust that he showed, we dived into it then, and we took on and reached out to those guys saying, listen, he's not signing no contract. You're already contracted for the year. So you got to pay your last payment. And if you don't want to renew, that's fine. That's okay by us. But we're going to stick with the contract. Because I think a lot of people are doing that, right? This is just one example because it was as recent as the day before or something like that, right? But I think there's so many people right now who do not know the laws in Dubai. And that's a problem. I mean, guys, that document looked legit to my eyes. I'm like, whoa, this looks like it's come from a court, like literally properly documented, formatted. And I'm like, what? But we know the reality that this is happening. So we were able to help my client and kind of get out of it. You either continue your tenancy, or if you're leaving, pay the penalty and walk out. Go find something cheaper or whatever works for you. That's fine. Everybody's struggling right now, right? It's not just us. But homeowners that don't know this, some of them are losing business, losing money, losing so many things because they're literally panicking, saying, oh my God, this looks like a document come from a very serious document come to me, and now I don't know what to do with it. Right?
I think everyone is just doing that right now.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody should. I mean, if you don't have you're a homeowner, you don't have someone on the ground doing it for you. That's why you have management services, right? It is the best time, if not now, when? Because you need to know what's happening with your unit. Is it even open, closed? Is someone living there? Someone's left. You don't know anything because we have so many cases, and I think it's a good time to dive into some fun things that we've dealt with in terms of what our clients have gone through. Like my example was, they didn't want to pay, they wanted to back out, and they tried to be smart about it, but we snipped it, right? And we fixed it. So that being said, what else do you guys have?
So I've had a case where it's a property management property.
Yeah.
For long term. Then in between, since the tenant vacated, we decided, okay, let's try short term. Anyways, we were entering the winter season. So the phases from September to Feb is the season time in Dubai. So we gave it for short term. We had no clue how it's been rented and things like that. And there were maintenance concerns coming up where the landlord had to pay, the bills had to be paid.
Correct.
The service charges had to be paid. But they paid us like on and off. They paid us every month. And then towards the end, when the war happened, they happened to return the property back to us. And then when we inspected the property, there were a lot of maintenance issues. Switches were missing. And then when we followed up with them, they said the one of the tenant had who stayed in the property, they had kept it on the table. Now after that, they have no clue. And who pays the price for the maintenance? The owner.
Yeah.
And that's something, furnishing is done quite some time back. So obviously, those switches are not available anymore. And, things get a little expensive when you have to change
technically you can't just fix one switch.
It's multiple switches.
If you don't have the same thing all over the property, who wants that?
Yeah.
Like, would we be okay to get one black switch and then the rest of them are green?
Yeah. So, I mean, these all adds up to the cost.
Correct.
It burns the ROI.
Yeah.
You
it
know,
does.
Finally, it's not worth the short term that he did. If he's paying the service charges, the bills, the maintenance, and finally what he gets is also case to case. Some days yes, some days no. But it's not practical. Now, if he would have done a long term, he's not paying the bills. He's only paying the service charges. And maintenance, again, we have a strict policy.
Correct.
With our contracts. So the
A
tenants make
contract
sure.
that works in favor of the client. We protect
Yes.
people's properties, because we do understand that tenants sometimes can be smart about it. Tenants are very smart. Come on, man. Like we know they're smarter than the system.
Yeah.
But we are one up on them, right?
100% I agree. And like Martin said, I mean, that's a clear distinction why short term is not as good as long term. And long term always triumphs in this case. Because I also had a case over here where a tenant and they wanted to cancel the contract, obviously take the family and leave during this time. And they wanted to not pay any penalties, just break the contract.
Of course.
And just leave.
Of course.
And what did we do? We said, no, you have to pay the penalties. You have to give the notice. You have to save the notice period. And at the same time, if you are not letting us do an inspection and everything, you are not going to get your security deposit back.
Yeah.
And she was in a rush. She just needed to go like within the next 48 hours. Like it was a war zone, but it's not clearly.
Yeah.
She should have properly, let us do our things. But then end of the day, it is what it is. And she just contacted a lawyer, and she wanted to speak to the lawyer and see if she can implement force majeure.
Yeah.
And that doesn't apply in this case, because that applies in a situation where the rental dispute center is not functioning, trustee offices are not functioning,
Correct.
land department is not functioning, or basically you can't just drive around. It's not safe at all. But that's not the situation here. Everyone is doing their day-to-day tasks.
Yeah.
So end of the day, her lawyer itself told, you can't do it.
There you go.
You got to pay the penalties. You got to do everything. She ended up doing that. And it clearly shows, like, short term, you don't have a guarantee where landlords technically is responsible for every single thing. But then in this case, we hold tenants accountable in terms of long-term rentals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct. I think now that we're on that topic of force majeure, I think that's going to take the life out of us. But I think the reality is, it's unfortunate that people think they can be, dishonor contracts, break tenancy midway, or, come up with there's a crisis in the world and we want to exit without following any legal guidance or any legal pathways. But I think we as a company at VNS, we've gone through not just with managed units, people have even come out of sales, man.
True.
Like they've paid, well, they went MIA, didn't they? They just went missing when it was time for them to show up, and they just said, force majeure, we're out, we don't want in. And we've had to take them to court to kind of resolve this issue, and we won. They had to make a payment. Let's talk about that. Actually, Trevor, give us some insights on that, Trevor.
Actually, I think this is where conveyancing also comes
Yes.
very useful as well. So basically, we had a client right before the war. They signed up with the Form F. They were ready to close the deal and everything. And what they did was they applied for a mortgage.
Repeat that, Trevor. Form F was signed.
Form F was signed. Basically, they had a contract. Form F is a contract between a buyer and a seller, and it's a legally binding contract from land department.
Yep.
So it was signed. Everything is agreed, and the contract states that if you break the contract under where, let's say, for example, if it's not something that is a valid reason, then you are entitled to pay 10% as a penalty to the owner.
Yep.
So what the buyer did was he applied for a mortgage, and he got the mortgage value at 35% down payment. He was expecting 20% down payment. So he didn't have the 15% to cover it up. That we kind of knew that was coming.
Usually
as
happens.
well. It usually happens. But he got that approval because he was a low doc client end of the day. So he didn't have all the necessary documents.
Yeah.
And it's a funny story. As soon as the next day he got the approval, the initial offer letter from the bank, and the war started. And he fled immediately. And he said he's canceling the contract. He didn't want to pay the 10%. And he used the term
Force majeure. Yeah, I think that's an overused excuse at this point. Yeah, I think it's even with insurances, man. Like, if you think a war is going to get you insured for various reasons, and you, the expert at it, can kind of cover that a little bit for us, right? Where can people now, if they're calling you and saying, hey, how can I get insured? If a debris falls into my apartment, I need to be paid back. Or if it falls in my construction site, I don't want that property anymore. What would you say to that? What would you advise on that?
So what I'm aware of and what I know, properties, vehicles, any of your assets is not covered under insurance
Under which circumstance?
during war.
Yes.
True. But construction is.
Okay.
Yeah. So while the property is being constructed,
Okay.
it's covered.
Yeah.
So most of the projects are insured. So all of them, it's a mandatory law by the regulatories. So that way it is safe. So people who's investing in off plan, they can blindly go for it. They can trust.
Yeah.
They can trust the system. So the next best mode is to sign up for property management.
Correct.
At least we are there to inspect it, analyze it, attend to it immediately, not wait,
Yeah.
So we are there on the ground to ensure things are running smooth.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, let's just say if debris or anything just falls on your properties or something, you got to have someone to, deal with the legalities, right?
Exactly.
How to get it released, how to get it done.
Yeah.
And who better is it than you having a property manager who knows these things, who will go the extra mile and get things done for you.
Yeah.
And all you got to
Visiting the authorities, getting the clearances and all of those, getting action done immediately, reducing the time frame,
Correct.
It's how fast you respond to a situation. And that's what we are.
Yeah. And I think it's just more to do with knowing what needs to be fixed when.
Exactly.
Right? Like if you just mentioned, say, unfortunately, you've been hit, okay? What do? You just go, you can't just lift that up and just say, oh, yeah, we're good. There will be more than just looking at a surface level with saying, yeah, if we move this, nothing seems damaged. But do you know internally what's happening? And I think we've got experts.
Yeah.
We've got the best of the best working with us in terms of identifying issues, in terms of saying it may look perfect from the outside, but you have broken tiles, you have broken pipes, rather, my bad. Pipes on the inside, which need to be fixed because we ignore the smaller problems. And then 2 years later, we're renovating the whole property because you've ignored something small, or you worked with someone or didn't work with someone who literally has not identified these issues for you. And again, property management is not something we need to tell people, you need it, you need it, you need it. If you value your property, you'll know you need experts to handle it.
100%. I think landlords need to understand something. It's not fixing the things that are seen.
Yeah.
You have to fix the things that are unseen as well.
Right.
So it's not patchwork, basically. It's your property, for God's sake. So you gotta do it properly.
Correct. And I agree. Guys, in terms of, just looking at the infrastructure in Dubai, chitty chatty people are talking about, is constructions continuing? Is it happening now? There is a lot of fear with the off-plan market. I think we can dive into that a little bit now in terms of what does that look like? Has Dubai paused? You did mention the auto drive cars that are coming up right now. Let's just talk a little bit more about, what's the constructions looking like? Have they stopped? Are they continuing? Let's just get into that conversation a little bit now to just see if people watching this understand that, oh, really, it's still continuing. Let's talk about Dubai's infrastructure. Let's talk about the construction. Let's talk about the innovation. Has anything really stopped in Dubai?
Nothing at all.
I think you guys can agree with me. We went to Ellington the other day.
Yeah.
And in the Palm, did you just see the amount of constructions that was happening right now? And nothing stopped. And me and Martin were there the other day. We were going towards Abu Dhabi. And then we just found out the Etihad Railway construction is still ongoing.
Yeah.
The metro station constructions are still ongoing. I mean, nothing stopped.
Correct.
All the constructions are still going.
Correct. Do you have any insights?
The projects are still on, the metros are still on, developers are launching new projects, and everything's on. Business are running, things are going smooth. Yes, for safety reasons, children's are being, it's still homeschool. I mean, they're
Online
schooling.
school is
Yeah,
still going
online
on,
schooling,
yeah,
yes. And everything's smooth. I mean, yes, many people have left. I'm not denying that many people have left Dubai, so there's less traffic now.
I love that part.
Which is
I'm so excited about that too. I'm like, it is so easy to get from point A to point B.
yeah.
I mean, it just takes me 15 minutes to go home and then come back. And I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Before it just took me, 30, 45 minutes. But then, it's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
And even the road developments are still going. Like the other day, I just saw they were making a little bit of extension as well.
Road expansions are happening, bridges are coming,
Yes.
flyovers,
Yeah.
and malls and hospitals, clinics. It's all coming up. Even schools.
Nothing has stopped.
Schools are
really.
coming up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Constructions are happening. Like, that's the question we usually get. Like, what happens if construction's delayed? But I guess, listen, with handovers.
I'll add to that.
Yeah, go on.
So I went for a briefing yesterday. In
Okay.
fact, one of the developers that I attended yesterday,
Yeah.
their project is being handed over 2 months before.
Look at that. Look at that. It's just a
2
testimony.
months before.
So you think this sped things up actually?
Yeah. They're like, let's just get going. Like, nothing
Yeah.
stops, really, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the reality is, yes, the situation, it sucks right now, okay,
Yeah.
for all of us. Honestly, there are days that I feel like crap myself.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I do feel a little bit of what in the world is happening, but that's the reality, right? Because we all stay away from our family. We have loved ones that are really worried about us, but being on ground is very different, right? When we still continue business as usual, we do have. I'm moving into a very lovely topic right now about social media. Yeah. Getting into social media, I think for me, especially like my fam, is terrified. At least the first couple of weeks, first 2-3 weeks, they were terrified. They're like, you are by yourself in Dubai. Are you okay? Are you not okay? It comes down to that, right? But I think social media also is beating people down in terms of positivity. There are so many brokers right now that are getting thrashed for just saying, hey, we're on the ground, look at the construction, look at the building, look at the tower. But everybody reacts differently, right?
Yeah.
I think we can dive in a little bit more now about
Like as
media.
if we are paid for it.
Yeah.
To say, I mean, really?
How many
What do I
peop-
get out of it?
I know. How many people have actually even said that? Like, oh, you guys are paid by the government of Dubai to say these positive things. I got no check. But I think let's talk about
If
it.
there's
guys.
something like that, let us know. Let us know.
Where is the check collection happening?
Yeah, I mean, I would like to get paid for that too.
Yeah.
But I think, in terms of the media, that's the media's job.
Yeah.
Okay. Clickbait is big. And you need to be saying whatever you need to say. But I think being on the ground, let's dive into that a little bit. I think that's the big topic that we can go over also in terms of how we are locally here on ground in Dubai and we are okay versus the whole world just assuming we have no water. Did you all hear that too?
Yeah.
That we're not going to have water for some time. We're not going to have groceries for some time. I still have groceries. I still have water. I still have everything, right? But let's just go into that a little bit more. So what have you heard which was ridiculous? What was your thoughts about it? I think that's good to share.
I think one of the best things I heard was Dubai's over. And it's such a funny thing that they're saying because let's just compare to the other global markets right now. Petrol prices have been doubled or tripled in some countries. We had a hike as well.
Yeah.
But it's not even double.
1 dirham, 2 dirham.
Yeah. And it's not even 2 dirham. It's like around a dirham maximum. Less than a dirham they had
But
increased.
I'll add to like the transport buses.
Correct.
So they run on diesel. So diesel is like 2 dirhams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
They've just, increased a reasonable amount. And some countries have to go on a 4-day a week, like work week. They've given an extra day holiday. Dubai is still having the 5-day a week as well. So, I mean, is Dubai over or is the other countries that are suffering right now over?
Whilst Dubai is in the midst
Yeah.
of the madness,
And
I agree.
Exactly. We are right now, like Becky said, we are in the middle of the entire crisis, but then our economy is still thriving.
Yeah.
And did you realize Sheikh Hamdan had given out a 18 billion dirham business
Man.
relief as well, and it also and cut off on taxes for the short-term companies and also for the hotels and stuff. So why are they doing this? They want to look after the people who have helped them to build their economy as well. So Dubai is this country that, it's a city that has, UAE overall.
Yeah, UAE.
UAE overall has been doing a fantastic job in terms of handling this entire crisis.
Yeah.
But then I can see...
And looking after the people.
Exactly. But then at the same time, you can see the other countries technically drowning. So whoever is saying Dubai is over, I mean, think again. Compare to your country. And think again.
Absolutely.
What they need to understand what happened in 2026.
Yeah.
I mean, 2025, sorry. The capital moved here. There is money here, and which many countries lost.
Yeah.
So that is why if you see the online media is exaggerating everything, amplifying it, so that, they want to create that fear so that people move back, but that's not what's happening. These investors who moved their capital here, like these business individuals, like billionaires, millionaires, they moved their capital thinking long term.
Yeah.
It's not based on temporary. They've seen how Dubai performed in the past. They've seen how Dubai have come back every time and time and time. So it's strong. Dubai is strong.
Absolutely.
And the leader's vision is long term. It's not short term. And they have prepared everything in place. Like even the entire supply shuts, Dubai still has supply for the next 90 days.
Once we are actually done,
Once the borders
everybody
are
says,
shut
yeah.
to cater to the population.
I mean, that's enough time as well, right?
I mean, we're not starving, guys. We're not going hungry. We are okay.
And I think they've opened out new shipping routes as well to make sure that the supply doesn't stop. So we can talk about that. I mean,
The Etihad rail is functional.
Exactly.
Yeah, they've tested it out too, and
Not just tested, the luggages are moving, the carriages are moving.
Really?
It's
I
been
didn't know
running.
that.
It's the passenger thing that's coming up now.
wow, seriously?
Yeah, the rest of the
Okay,
things.
I had no idea. Wow,
So
good to know.
from
I'm
Saudi
learning.
all the way to Ras Al Khaimah.
Wow,
And-
I had no idea.
And since we can't use the Jebel Ali port technically,
Yeah.
all the shipping routes are being diverted towards Oman side. They've opened a green route completely. So supply is still incoming. So I wouldn't say it's game over yet because I think actually right now Dubai is going to see the growth that has never happened before.
Correct. I agree. I think what I would like us to do, being on ground, is what would you like to tell whoever finds this video, whoever finds this podcast, whoever's watching you, being here in Dubai physically, what do you have to tell someone if they are unfortunately under the bucket of being panicked, not at ease with the situation, and right.
So
What would,
so this is the part where we cut.
okay.
No, we are not going to cut anything.
that's fine.
We are just going to be
Just joking.
we're just going to be actually crystal clear about what just happened, right? I mean, there is an oncoming threat right now, but then end of the day, they are being handling it. They just want us to be indoors and safe. It's just an alert for us to be safe.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the alert that is good that comes out to the general public, and it shows how much the government is thoughtful in this case.
Yeah.
Whereas, I mean, back home in my home country, if something like this is going on,
Don't,
I'm not going to get any alerts.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll just get bombed and maybe I might see debris in my home and still not, no one would know that debris had fallen in my home. So,
Yeah, and I think it's with the alerts coming in. While you're right, we get informed that be a little cautious. There is a follow-up alert too. The alert basically tells you to calm down. It's all okay now, and you can carry on business as usual. So it's more keeping every individual updated. That hey, this is happening, but hey, we're done. Like we handle it, which is a great thing. In the midst of it, I'm going to go right back, and I'm circling back, you guys. So if someone is living in Dubai, not feeling okay, or someone's abroad wanting to invest, not feeling okay, what would you like to tell them being physically on ground?
I would like to tell them that do not believe the AI videos.
Yeah.
Know the difference between an AI video and an actual
Absolutely.
video.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we, as a team, we've been posting videos as well.
Yeah.
We know on the ground how it looks. We are not going to sugarcoat things, obviously.
Correct.
Yes, there has been some incidents, but then it's all a matter of interceptions and debris. We got to get them to understand that.
Yeah.
But then have the confidence that Dubai always recovers. UAE always recovers.
Yeah.
And when out of a crisis, maybe sometimes a good thing could happen. And you got to understand that. And these cycles have happened in the past. It's going to continue to happen as well.
Yeah.
What do you think, Martin?
Yeah, the tension is real. There is disruption. I mean, personally speaking, my wife is not taking it really well. I mean, she has sleepless nights
Yeah.
with the whole noise and everything.
Yeah.
But then I'm okay. I'm born and raised in the Gulf. So I've seen this in the past during the Gulf War and so on, you know. So I'm okay. I'm okay with it. But all I can say is stay calm, you know, during this phase. Stay safe, stay protected. Everything will resolve. Things will be calm soon.
I love Martin's confidence.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's the same for me. Like,
Not
if
everything is for long. You
Yeah.
know?
True,
So,
true.
this too shall pass.
Pass.
Yes.
That's my only way to look at it. And for anybody that's watching, it's not anything to do with telling you what to do and what not to. It's us just trying to assure you that if you don't panic, you'll be better. Because if you panic about something you can't control, you are going to be hella stressed. But right now, it's not in your control. As civilians, it's not something we have control over. Can we put that stop button? We can't. So I think at this point, it's trust the leadership of the nation. Know they're doing the best they can. Is tomorrow guaranteed? Absolutely not. But for now, we're good. Just relax, take it easy. Try and relax. Try and take it easy. And I think a couple of times we spoke about this in the office. A lot of your stress gets relieved in finding a way to keep your brain activity going.
Yeah.
Very off topic, but who cares? Keep yourself engaged in terms of if you finish your workday early, you're not feeling okay, go for a run, go for a jog, go cycling. If you're into kickboxing, like Martin is, go kickboxing. Do things that will release that pressure off you, which, is something that I just spoke to another client of mine. She's like, you know what? I used to be a runner and now I'm not. And I'm like, start running, because it'll help you just stay engaged, stay active. And that is something that may not seem like it's going to do a lot. But man, if you actually go to the gym, put in an hour, put in 30 minutes, it literally changes everything for you. Says the one who does not go very often to work out. Nonetheless, I have other things to do.
No,
But it
I've
does.
started my badminton game.
Yeah, me and Martin,
we both play. And
me and
yeah.
Martin play badminton together.
you go.
And I play paddle the other days as well. And I got into paddle, and I think it's kind of very engaging as well. Kind of like a good distraction when you get into sports. And
Yeah.
I think I mean, Martin also can agree with me on that. But I would like to add one more thing as well, Becky.
Sure.
Know who's there with you during the tough times.
Ah, man.
Because right now, a lot of landlords, we've dealt with a lot of landlords. Like today morning, I got an inquiry from one of the landlords as well, who was with one of the past companies that I worked with. And apparently the agent is no longer there. He's left the country and he doesn't know what to do with his property.
Yeah.
So know who is going to be there in your tough times. We've seen in the market right now, a lot of real estate videos have gone down, and a lot of agents who rode the ride are no longer here.
Yeah.
They've
Yeah,
left.
for sure.
I think at least 50% of the agents have left. So I would say
Some of them are in Bali selling properties.
exactly.
I mean,
was just
where
gonna say that
is where is Dubai?
Yeah.
Exactly. So again, would like to repeat it. Be with the people who are with you during your tough times.
Correct.
And we are
Best
one of those people.
systems, the best safety, everything the country provides, even better than our home country.
Yeah, 100%. I would agree with you on that. That's way better than back home for sure. Right now, I mean, back home in Sri Lanka right now, people are queuing for petrol, and I'm not doing that here. I'm pretty happy about it.
Yeah.
So when my mom was like asking me when it's going to get, if it gets worse, what are you going to do? I'm like, I'm not going back home, because it's like you're from the cutting board, you're jumping into a frying pan, basically.
Right? I love that.
So I'm not going to fall for that.
Right.
So I'm just going to be here till the last moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's because you trust the process.
Exactly.
And,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know if you guys will agree with me, but through the chaos, if you don't trust yourself to make it, to show up, to literally be the person that is not leaving clients behind and saying, I am fried, I need to go for a vacation, and phew, you're off. I think it's more to do with I know I not just trust the system, which is important you do, but I trust myself. I have the confidence that if I'm working with my clients, I will continue to follow up, I will continue to stay in touch with them. No pushing, no nothing, but giving them the assurance of saying this is the actual transactional data. This is what's happening in the market. Because this is the time we need to be educating our folks on saying, listen, I know you're watching the chaos. I know you're amidst it. If you're sitting in a different part of the world, even worse, because then you're trusting the media.
Yeah.
Reach out. We're with your property. Reach out and we let you know. So I think it's more important for us to trust ourselves,
Yeah, true.
right?
And I think, Becky, right now it would be a good time to talk about how we are going to help out our landlords right
Yeah.
now as well.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think that's a great idea, Trevor. I think this is for anybody that is, looking at, if you're a homeowner, you're dealing with a tenant that is tough, you're having contract issues, you're having RDC issues, you're having legal issues. Property management is the way forward. And I do want to highlight that we've spent hours, guys. I think the three of us spent hours together putting in detailed reports with what to do and what not to do. So if anyone's watching this and you guys need some help, property management is what we also do apart from getting you the best deals, getting you good investments. So we will be more than happy to share information with you based on the situation you're dealing with. We probably even give you a call to just check in on the severity of the situation. But please be assured, if you have property, you're struggling with any form of an issue right now, whether you're local, whether you are international, we are here to help you. We're more than happy to send you docs across to give you a rough idea on how to go about it. But if you want to sign up with us, you want us to work with you and take care of your investments, we are right here. This is me, Rebecca, signing off, and there'll be more details somewhere in this description. Signing off with Trevor and Martin.
Take care, guys. Thank you,
Thank you.
Becky.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.